Hey guys, Cypher here back with some more Master Duel content for you guys, this time featuring my True Draco list that I've been messing around with in Platinum 1. If you guys like this content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to see more videos like this one. So I've played about 15 games with this so far, and it's really strong. I was on like a 6-game win streak, but then I lost one game and I deranked all of a sudden to Platinum 2. So naturally I climbed back into Platinum 1 with ease, but it was still surprising. So the title might be kind of clickbaity, but I technically did get to Platinum 1 with this, so it kind of works. Anyways, this deck, like Eldlich, can be very strong if you go first. We know how annoying Eldlich can be with their skill drains, but what if I told you that True Draco could play 6 copies of skill drain, and at the same time just totally knock Eldlich out of the park? Guys, believe me, True Draco just eats Golden Lord for breakfast, and you'll see that soon enough. So with Eldlich becoming really popular recently, I think this was the right time to release this True Draco recipe. So if you guys are looking for a good control deck, or you get some kind of savage satisfaction out of destroying Eldlich players like I do, this is the list for you. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into the profile here. First up we have the True Draco monsters with 1 Majesty Maiden, 3 Ignis Heat, and 3 Dynamite Knight. So these ratios are different than what we might see in the TCG because this game has 3 Dynamite available. We play 3 of him because getting to your Apocalypse and your Return is really strong. And Ignis is fantastic for going second because he can get you your spells to summon out more monsters, draw more cards, and just pop your opponent's back row with the spells. So and I played the 1 Maiden, just the 1 Maiden, as a search target off of the Waterfall, which is another tech in my deck, in case I had multiple True Draco traps that I could tribute for. So she's strong in that regard, but in most situations, Ignis and Dynamite are the monsters you want to see in your hand. So just 1 Maiden was good. Overall, the monster lineup worked out great. I originally tested out Amano Iwato in the deck, but I couldn't figure out how to resolve Card of Demise first before I resolve Amano Iwato to put it back in my hand. So when I was testing it out, Amano Iwato would go back to my hand and then Demise would just discard it in the end phase. So it wasn't working out for me. That's why Amano Iwato is not in the list. But even though it wasn't in the list, going second was still usually pretty fine with this deck. It's a really strong going second too. So not an issue there, guys. No Amano Iwato is alright. Perfectly fine without it. So onto the spells here, we have our consistency cards with 1 Terraforming, 3 Card of Demise, 3 Duality, and the 1 Diagram. So Demise and Duality are free in this deck, unlike in Eldlich, because they have to special summon to play. We don't do that here, we just tribute summon, so we can afford to play these powerful consistency cards. Like Duality is really strong, just look at the top 3, get what you want, and then Demise, if you play it right, you can draw 3 cards. Like it's insane if it goes off. So that's that for the consistency cards. And then we played the 1 Terraforming and the 1 Diagram. Not much to say about these. Diagram is just, extremely strong, feels your plays, gets you the pieces that you're missing, and Terraforming is in there to help you see Diagram more often. It's a shame that the card's at 1, but it is that way for a reason because Diagram is extremely strong. Okay. And yeah, that's it for the consistency spells. After that is the True Draco spells and traps. I played 3 of all of these, so that's 3 Heritage, 3 Disciples for the spells, and the traps, that's 3 Return and 3 Apocalypse. So I played 3 of all of them because I wanted as much valuable tribute fodder for my True Dracos as possible. They all synergize well with each other, and Apocalypse actually makes it so that we can use the other spells and traps that we draw, the other True Draco spells and traps that we draw as kind of like ammunition if we have to, right? It says you have Apocalypse, you'll activate Heritage, and then you can use Apocalypse to pop Heritage and then pop a back row. So, it's kind of like ammunition. So 3 of these all worked out really well. These ratios certainly worked, and I wouldn't really change anything about the True Draco lineup there. And then up next we have the main trap lineup, which some of you might just vomit by looking at, but I mean, guys, it's a control deck. What do you expect? Hand traps, right? Anyways, the traps are absolutely central to setting up on your turns. For the floodgates here, I played just about every single one that's generically good against the other decks. So that's 1 Imperial Order, 3 Skill Drain, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, and the 3 Monarch's Erupt. So this is another strong selling point about the deck because it can effectively play 6 Skill Drains with the additional 3 Erupts. So in most cases, Erupt is really busted in this deck because it only negates monsters that weren't tribute summoned, so that means all of your True Dracos get their effects and your opponent doesn't. So yeah, that's why Erupt's really good. The other floodgates, you know, they did what they were supposed to do, so these all worked out really well. You need to play these, otherwise the deck's kind of trash without them. So definitely play those floodgates. And lastly, for some power cards and my tech for this True Draco list, we have the 2 Waterfall of Dragon Souls and the 3 Solemn Judgment. So Waterfall was originally supposed to be the 2 Amano Iwado, but having played with Waterfall for a good while now, it's really grown on me. It can either get me the True Draco I need to put a body on the board, or I can combo it with Dynamite Knight here to basically get a free draw too. So overall, Waterfall of Dragon Souls was a really good card, just solid. And then finally, to finish off the trap lineup, we have the 3 Solemn Judgment. So because Eldlich is so rampant on the ranked ladder, a lot of people are putting in board wipes and back row destruction like Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, Evenly Matched, Twin Twister, Cosmic Cyclone. You need 3 of the Solemn Judgment to protect your setup, otherwise you're just lose to these cards if your opponent has them. So that's why we played the 3 Judgment. If they don't have a board wipe, Judgment is still just an excellent tempo card to just sit on while you have your bodies in floodgates. So usually with Judgment, you feel pretty safe while you have one set. So yeah, Judgment is definitely a 3 of for this deck. And that's it for the main deck, guys. There is no extra deck here because if we wanted to play Monarch's Erupt, one of its activation conditions says we cannot have an extra deck. So that's why there's no extra deck, just a main deck. And that, guys, is the True Draco list I've been testing out in Platinum 1. So I'll briefly show you guys the Waterfall combo with Dynamite really quickly. But otherwise, there's not really any combo lines I can show you like with my Tri-Brigade profile. So guys, look forward to some replays soon with this deck where I just totally munch up on Eldlich players. So moving on to the short little combo here. Okay guys, so for this clip here, we're going to be talking about the Waterfall of Dragon Souls combo that you can do with True Draco. So all you have to do to get to this combo is just open Dynamite Knight, open any tribute fodder to summon the Dynamite Knight, and Waterfall of Dragon Souls. So the way that you would do this combo is you would just set your tribute fodder, go ahead and tribute that for your Dynamite Knight, and then go ahead and set the Waterfall and any other back row that you might have, and then pass play over to your opponent. When your opponent activates a card effect, you can trigger the effect of your True Draco fighter, Dynamite Knight here in this case, and then that's going to give you your True King's Return. And now we can activate our Waterfall of Dragon Souls to tribute off our Dynamite Knight. Typically you want to wait until your opponent's end phase to do this, but you just go ahead and tribute this, draw 2. And then in that same instance, you can activate your True King's Return to special summon your Dynamite Knight. So here in this case, we managed to get 2 cards for free basically. So Waterfall of Dragon Souls is kind of like a slow Pot of Greed, but very cool interaction with the way that it works here with Dynamite Knight and the True King's Return. So you don't per se have to open all of this. There are different ways to get to it. Like you can open Return and then any other monster, like this Ignis Heat that I have in my hand here, along with the Waterfall of Dragon Souls, and still achieve the same combo. But Dynamite Knight just gets you the return straight out of your deck, so he enables that play automatically by himself. But otherwise, you don't have to open these exact cards to get to that scenario. You can still do that just by opening, again, a True Draco, a Return, and Waterfalls. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the Waterfall combo. There's not a whole lot else that I can show you because it's all usually really dependent with if you're going second or if you're going first, and just how it plays from there on. But guys, look forward to some replays that I have coming up. I know you guys like seeing Eldlich lose, so be prepared to see me just destroy Eldlich players with my True Draco list. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys like this content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for some more replays and deck profiles, guys. Take care. Have a good one.